The Tangenetic podcast is aimed at a mature audience. It contains themes that are not appropriate for all listeners. It's important to note that we are not experts. We routinely have no idea what we're talking about and are just three idiots sitting around a table. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Tangenetic Might Play for April.
I
know we're a little into the month already, but I think we're going to beat the first game coming out this month, so I'm going to call that a win.
It's number 6. I know it's number 6.
So, I was going to ask you guys what you played last month, but Jono didn't play Squad.
I played nothing.
Yeah.
I played a single mission of Helldivers, and that's it. And that's not enough to scratch that damn itch. That's just enough to bring attention to the fucking itch.
That just feeds that itch.
It does.
You're getting the shakes when you're like just...
I was full on getting the DTs of not having a PC. Like, god damn. I'm going to have to spend this entire weekend on my PC just to get myself back to some form of calm. I got a lot of shit to work out.
Gotta get back that muscle memory, yeah. Can't let the skills go rusty. So we're going to run you through some Helldivers later.
Hell yeah. So, Swoosh, I believe you played Final Fantasy, the second one.
Yeah.
The 7 remake trilogy.
I've played a lot of that game. Mostly because I explore every inch of the map. Because, collectible things.
The way it should be.
I really enjoyed it. Absolutely. I actually really enjoyed it. They've changed a decent amount of stuff from the original because they've just made it bigger and better. But yeah, really, I just picked up Kate Sith.
Sorry?
I just picked up. His name is Kate Sith, and it sounds like an evil Jedi, but he is a little Scottish cat, and he sounds so much like David Tennant, but it's not him. It's just in my head. It's like, why is David Tennant a cat now? What happened? But yeah.
Sounds enough like him that it should be him.
Yeah, it's like off-brand. The Aldi version.
My housemate was watching someone play that game, and it did look like most of the changes they made were in service of, new mechanics, like the relationship system with Barrett, Aerith, and Tifa.
Yeah.
Or there were refinements of things from the previous one to make them work smoother.
Yes, pretty much. And it's a very pretty game. Far too pretty for what it is. The first game was very much you're in a city, you don't really do much else, but this is so many biomes, and it's huge. It's a sprawling area. But they did a pretty good job keeping things narrow, which was weird.
I mean, sounds like it was a good time. I mean, I spent all my, the thing I played the most this month was Helldivers.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
It's addictive as heck.
I abandoned the cause for a period to get through Final Fantasy, which I have now completed, so I can, get back to doing my duty.
Civilian. You weren't there when we liberated the creek.
That is true. I missed the liberation. It makes me sad.
Look, I think the thing that's really helping that game, and I did kind of want to talk about this, was simply that it's a live service game, but the company's maintaining the kayfabe.
Yeah.
And for anyone who doesn't know what kayfabe means, it's a term from wrestling. You could have two people who work for the company who are best friends, but in the narrative of the show, they're enemies.
Yeah.
Kayfabe is where, when they're around people who aren't part of the company, they act like they're enemies. Arrowhead is making sure the way they communicate with players is inside of the game's terminology and the way it works, which makes it so much more... feels like there's an actual war going on, and we're part of it, and we're doing our part, because the company's maintaining the kayfabe, and
it actually
sure
feels
like... Yeah, instead of that fake live, or it's live because we're going to take that battle pass away in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's really good, and it helps keep you... And that creates that supplemental material, so that when you're not playing Helldivers, you can still consume a little Helldivers.
Because even the patch notes
doing
are, briefs from Super Earth, and...
Yeah, they had one where some stat boards weren't displaying correctly.
Yeah.
And their comment in-game for it was, oh yeah, some of the boards were hacked. We have recently apprehended this individual and they have been interned. This will no longer occur.
Yeah. It's a fun way of keeping you entertained. And
it doesn't even feel like a live service game.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's missing the the live or it's missing the service, but it feels like it just feels like,
I mean,
almost it's an entire active world like other games that have tried to do and have missed.
100%. I mean, we've had technically we're about to get our fourth battle pass into the game. Technically, they all cost $15. I haven't paid for one of them.
Yeah.
You get that many of premium credits in the game. You don't need to pay if you don't want to.
I mean, you can, but you don't have to. A lot of people are actually buying stuff because we really like this. Do more. Have more money.
In the opening weeks when the game came out, people were actually asking the company how they could give them more money.
Yeah.
When did Helldivers 2 drop? When did that come out?
Oh, it's like about a month now.
It was back in February.
8th of February.
Yeah.
It came out.
Yeah.
And they're already 4 season passes in. It's like...
They're short, and the currency you need to get them is just from playing the game. And if you play the game on higher difficulties, you get more of it.
They've actually... I swear they've pulled off the same kind of lightning in a bottle that happened with... was it Savage Company or the one that was going around recently? The one where you go around salvaging?
It's literally just ticked over 8 weeks. So each of these battle passes lasting roughly 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They're well, the thing is, this is how they give you new guns and things.
Yeah.
So they put out another small little thing that you could spend those tokens on. And like I said, you get them every time for playing the game. They are a guaranteed drop as long as you complete the mission.
Yeah.
And the higher difficulty you play on it, the quicker you accumulate them. So if you just if you get to the point where you're skilled enough to play on a higher difficulty setting, you can actually get even more out of those things quicker.
But I'm wondering, like, at some point, like, this can't be maintained. The amount of content they're bringing out this quickly, at some point, there's either going to be a decrease or a drop-off.
Yeah.
There'll be a decrease. I absolutely believe that.
It depends if they can keep up the hype in some fashion, because people are invested. Because
while they're still doing this, like, the story they're providing, like, interacting with their environment like they are, it's going to continue. It may slowly fade off to a point, but it's going to continue. But once that starts to slow down, once they either work on a new project or something else comes along that takes up some of that time, or they just simply start running out of content to add to these fucking passes.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's only so many guns you can add before they start overlapping.
100%.
So I'm curious how long that's going to take. Because this has been an absolutely wild ride for a game. Like, this is completely broken a mold in so many fucking fashions.
Here's the thing, though. Sorry, I'm a little tired. It's been a bit of a heck of a day.
Fair.
2 of those battle passes will launch.
Yeah.
Because they had
they
had a free one and the one that came with the fancy edition of the game.
Yeah.
When you got
So they weren't doled out over those 2 weeks. We had those 2 straight out the gate, so you weren't, accumulating fun bucks with nothing to put them into. You had 2 that you could do, and then they've had 2. There's one more in the game now, and there's another one coming out in about a week and a half.
Okay.
They put one out kind of more like every month and a half.
The interesting thing would be, like, I want to see when the drop-off will happen, if that's going to impact the community that has grown out of this, because...
Oh, look, it has to happen eventually.
Yeah.
You can't perpetually support a game.
But I see this being the new CSGO, essentially, because that was always the go-to for any LAN we went to when we were younger. Always ended up being CSGO. I see Helldivers being that same kind of fallback.
The game that never leaves the hard drive. You always have a touchback with it.
Like, if you see someone in it, it's like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm going back in there. Like, occasionally I see mates jump back into Left 4 Dead. It's like, oh, fuck yes, I could go for some Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Like, and you'll always go back to it. I see it being that level of cult classic in a way, but eventually it will slow.
I get the feeling at some point it's going to be one of those things where you just, to gauge when people started playing games, you'll just be like, do you remember the creek?
Yeah. I do love the community that spawned.
There is the classic, like, cake is a lie? No.
Yeah.
There's a point where that's a relevant term and other people are like, no.
Yeah.
So, shall we get onto the trailers?
Probably.
Yes, we should probably do that. Like, if we fall down the Helldiver hole, we'll be here for far too long.
Yes.
Can you tell we like it?
I'll let you know when I get to play it.
So, here's the first one into chat.
Oh, this looks fancy.
So this actually has a demo out right now, so you can actually go check it out if you're not sure. This is Children of the Sun.
I'm liking the art style.
So basically, it's kind of a gun puzzle.
Yeah.
The idea is you're trying to take down a cult, and you can fire one bullet. But once you hit a target, you can then change it and fire it at another one from that spot.
Oh. Interesting.
So the idea is to try and figure out how to shoot
Everyone.
the first target and then wheel around the level and get everybody in one go.
Oh, I like that. That could be very fun.
It
There's
is.
already a
I
demo.
actually... Yeah, on Steam, if you look up Children of the Sun, there's already a demo out for it.
Well,
I have
I'm
played
not-
it. I very much enjoyed it. I will definitely be wanting to pick that one up. It looks like a fun thing to put my puzzle brain to,
Yeah.
while also engaging in some nice violence.
I like this. I'm probably going to download that, actually. Like, that looks really good for the dopamine injection.
Yeah, when I solved the puzzles in it, it really did, because some of the things, like, you won't actually be able to see some of the targets.
Yeah.
So, you'll be, like, trying to angle a window once you get inside to then pop out and get out of buildings and things. It's really fun. I really enjoyed solving the puzzle.
Comes out in 5 days.
Yeah, it comes out on the 9th. No, 10th? 10th.
10th.
So, yeah, that was pretty soon. That was the one I wanted to get this episode out before.
It
I really
reminded
want
me a
people to
little
check
bit
that one
of,
out.
I want to say, was it Hot something?
Super hot?
That one.
Super hot.
It reminded me a little of that looking at it.
Yeah. Definitely, if you like that sort of, like, combat puzzle, I think people
Yeah,
might like...
I fucking love
Children of the
Super Hot.
Sun.
Yeah.
Gonna see if I can find that now. Children of the Sun.
Next one. So this is one I think Swoosh might actually really like.
Ooh.
This is Europa.
I think I've heard that somewhere.
It's sort of a
Whoa.
chill, explorer game with that sort of, like, Ghibli anime style art.
It is...
Different, but,
Gorgeous.
kind of in that vein.
Yeah. That is a very pretty game, and I kind of want that. This will be fun.
Yeah, I know. The minute I saw it, it was like, this is definitely a Swoosh game. I definitely feel like this is something you could take
Yeah.
some time.
It looks very much just like an exploration game more than a story-driven or... I don't know. To me, I need
I
a
think
story. I need
exploring is...
a point to do it.
That's fair. That's very fair.
You know what the vibe this gives? Was it Wild Wings? Or... The Nintendo 64 had a Pilot Wings.
Pilot Wings.
Pilot Wings. It's giving me that vibe, and I'm okay with that. I loved that game.
So, yeah, and like I said, it had that colorful, chill aspect I know you like sometimes.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got... Dropping it in the chat. No rest for the wicked. This is a thing we've
But
talked
I'm
about
so
every...
tired.
We've talked about this game every time it's come up in a trailer list, and we all like the idea of it. Sort of a hack and slash, really cool cel-shaded art style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very active environment.
I am keen to like give this a test run. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love hack and slash stuff, so
Yeah.
I will be very keen to check this out. This comes out on the 19th.
That's not bad.
Alright.
It's got a weird art style that I like as well.
Yeah, it's. I will admit, the art style's what drew me to it to begin
Yeah.
with.
Hmm.
Next up.
Another Crab's Treasure.
Now, I will probably pick this up just because I like what it's trying to be. and I really want to see that. It's basically kind of a cutesy Dark Souls game, but you're a hermit crab. And so your different armor is the different things you can, crawl into to be a hermit crab.
That's brilliant.
And then you've got all these sea life creatures. I love. There's a really brief shot in the trailer. I've actually seen the actual fight because there's a demo for this as well.
Yeah.
There's the lobster with the chopsticks. It has them in the actual chopstick packet and unsheaths them like a sword. It's got this really fun art style, and it's a bit Soulsy, and I really kind of just want to play it. It just
look.
I
The
don't know.
more I look at this, the more I want to play this. It looks hilariously fun.
I know, right?
It's like Conker's Bad Fur Day vibes, just not as, conquery.
I just add it to my wish list.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It comes out on the 27th.
And it's on Switch.
Yeah. It's on everything.
Yeah. That's also going on. I'm buying things. God damn it.
Aha! My secret plan revealed.
I hope that's just the come away from everyone who listens. It's like, fuck, I'm buying things.
I would actually be quite happy with that response to this episode. Alright, next one, which feels kind of just like an obligatory we have to talk about it. I'm never going to be able to play it.
It'll come to PC eventually.
One day.
Yeah, love while down the road. So this is Stellar Blade. This is the pretty girl in tight pants trailers you've probably been seeing all over TikTok and YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
It's a character action game. It looks fun, but I don't own a PlayStation 5, so can't play it.
I mean, I do. And this looks not bad. I may actually go grab this.
It reminds me of Bayonetta with the subtlety removed.
Yeah, which is something given the fact that Bayonetta got almost butt naked to use all of her powers.
Yeah. This, like, I've seen a video where it's like almost a skin-colored suit. It's like, you're not even fucking trying. Like, really?
Yeah.
It's
basically Bayonetta at cross with Final Fantasy from what I can see in that.
Kinda, yeah.
I don't hate it, so...
It's a character action game. I would have bought it, but like I said, I can't.
Yeah.
I love character action games. They're some of my favorite.
I'll wait for the PC release.
Very often. Oh yeah, same. I mean, given that Sony does want to bring a lot more of its stuff to PC quicker.
Hopefully it won't take as long.
Hopefully.
Here's the last one. This month.
Sandland. Actually, no, I've seen this.
Yeah, this is the Toriyama one.
Yeah.
It probably is. This is a video game that Akira Toriyama was working on before he untimely passed. It looks really fun. It looks super dope. I'm absolutely probably gonna get Sandland. It is definitely really high on my list of wanna plays. Or maybe it's just I've gotten to that point where I crave a JRPG once in a blue moon.
Because it's based on his other manga, isn't it?
Yes.
Which is
of the same name.
Yeah, and I think it's meant to be rumored it might get a anime at some point, but...
You mean the one that's running right now?
I don't think it was out yet. Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Yay.
Well, if you're going to release a game for it, you might as well strike while the iron's hot and all the other media is out there.
They didn't advertise the anime at all.
Yeah.
Just didn't... Well, which is weird, because they've been pushing the game a lot.
I'd be curious if the anime actually, or if the game covers the same storyline, like the same plot line, or if they're a merged storyline, like events are happening in one that are mentioned in another, or not specifically. Okay, like they did with the Avatar.
Fuck.
Games where they tried to retell the fucking first chapter, and it's fucking terrible.
But,
yeah. They never did get a good shake of the source bottle.
No. They should never have touched it again after the cartoon.
The good thing is, this is so very Toriyama. Everything is so him. I love this. This is good. I want to...
Yeah.
Because he's now
Looks
gone,
beautiful.
So.
I am super keen to play that. I will definitely be picking up Sandland. I don't know about you guys, but I really want that one.
It's not quite on my
that
alley, but it
one's-
looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and that was on the 27th. It's looking
Not
pretty
too far.
good for some fun little games. It's a couple of indies, some up and comers.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
a big studio.
As
Good smattering.
went
of
back
stuff.
through and added No Rest for the Wicked to my wish list. I realized I hadn't actually done that yet.
Good man. It looked like I'm absolutely drawn in by the art style. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. That game looks a feast for the eyes just to watch it go.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of keen for that crab one now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I just added that to my wish list too.
There's something about that sort of like cutesy 3D SpongeBob look. With the crab and making it kind of a Soulsy game that's just like, I don't know why, my brain's just got dopamine.
It's like, basically, it's just, you son of a bitch, I'm in. And I don't know what's doing it exactly, but something's in the brain going, yes, we like this. Like, but why? Like, don't ask questions, we like this. Go do the thing.
Hit the button, monkey.
Yeah. Get the dopamine. Give it.
So that's your lot for this month. I hope there was something in there that was of interest to you or you may not have known about.
Yes.
I forgot about half of these. So I like these roundups. It reminds me of shit I have to play.
Alright. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
See ya.